teams are hoping to show off for an international audience. It's the Ravens going up against the Jaguars.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. To return it is Corey Grant. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the rookie first-rounder from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. To throw is Garoppolo. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Again. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try to run for the first with Langford. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. It's a quarterback sneak. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go.
Now a shot near the goal line for the fullback Felton. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Langford. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first and 3's him.
You're never supposed to take a player for granted, but you almost do with Justin Tucker, don't you?
Last year, how good was he?
He was phenomenal. The one miss that he had on the season was a block against New England, correct?
Yeah, he was 38 of 39, also didn't miss a PAT.
And one thing you want to do, if you want to book him as an opera singer, you better get on the boards early. Justin Tucker can sing it now.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Bortles to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. They'll run here with Langford. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
second and goal now from the 8. Again, it's Langford. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal.
Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit. Here we go.
Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They begin with a run by Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and there were some college boys warming up, and then Leonard Fournette walked in. He is a man.
Full grown.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's go.
They run with Langford. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 50. All right, here we go. Leopard. Gun.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And that's caught by Tammy. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Leopard.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Catch made there by Brett Perriman. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball. It's a foot race. The 30. Past the 20. And it's a Jacksonville touchdown. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return, where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
And this one through the uprights and good. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. Nice move at the 40. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall near the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Garoppolo. They go screen play to Langford. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Jimmy Garoppolo, the starter here, finally lured away from the Patriots. What are some things you like about JG?
Well, I love his makeup, meaning obviously he has a physical ability. He can throw the football, but he's mentally tough as well. And he developed while he was there in New England. They actually trained him to be a starter even though he wasn't getting any type of snaps. And this guy adapts and thrives with the ability to play against pressure.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, Leopard.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. 10th carry now for Jeremy Langford. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for on 4th. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, what a move. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. And Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Steps away to his left. Room here to run. Shreds the tackle. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Only the Rams made fewer trips to the red zone than the Jags last year, but here they are in the red zone, 1st and 10. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette, and they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown. And this rookie running back is still seeking his. He's not going to get it on that play.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Again, it's Fournette. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
And the back goes into motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
I have to believe that if you're the team trying to block a field goal, you don't mind this weather. All right, the rain probably is going to help you because so many things can go wrong for the guys trying to kick the ball. It's as simple as maybe you just lose your footing. You kind of spin out like a tire in the snow, not getting traction, and you create a space and someone comes through.
And I think for everybody, snapper, holder, kicker, everything slows down maybe a fraction of a second. and a fraction of a second and a field goal try, that can be all the different.
I love how you described that. Everything slows down, but it's a deliberate slowdown, isn't it?
Yep.
Because everyone's trying to be more careful and more deliberate to make sure it's executed.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
With Steve Smith retiring, someone's got to fill the void as the #1 receiver for the Baltimore Ravens. And Brashad Perriman, going into his 3rd year, this needs to be his time.
First-round pick, of course, missed all of his rookie year with a knee injury, 33 catches last year.
He has the ability. Now he has to just go out and do it.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Here we go now. 3-9. Watch it now. No. Jack Patrick. Now let's go. 3-19. 5-9. Philly. Here we go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hurry up. Here we go. Boom. Land it. No. Jack Patrick. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And he also had an interception return for a touchdown last year. Another one there. What's the goal for a defensive back? 1 a season?
1 a season is really
fantastic.
Way more than you would expect. I mean, guys set those types of goals, but rarely are they reached. Rarely are they achieved. To be able to pull it off back-to-back seasons, who says no one makes house calls anymore?
And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go. 3-39. 3-39.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Terrell Suggs in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, here's Fournette. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the gun, it's Bortles. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On first down, Garoppolo dumps it into the flat to Langford, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Telvin Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. The Ravens on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. All right, now, look at 56. Look
snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And pressure gets to him again. Calais Campbell in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be fielded at the 17. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we got
the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Black, 58, rail. Black, 58. Z.
On second down, here's Bortles. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
When you surrender 24 turnovers in a season, but 16 interceptions, 8 fumbles lost, Blake Bortles, you do hire a quarterback guru to try and get you right, don't you?
And that's what he did. Has to limit those turnover numbers, doesn't he?
He has a defense that's ready to play right now. He needs to help them by taking care of the ball.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
How many times do we hear from coaches, get north and south as a runner, especially in short yardage situations? I'd say 3rd and 1 counts. That didn't happen there.
Instead, they went backwards. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Garoppolo on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Miles Jack from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. On second down, Langford. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Ravens on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 17. Garoppolo now. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Sam Cook now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Bortles. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A 3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jags. On 1st down, Bortles. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook. 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Brett Perriman, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And the lead is down to 2. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now here in London. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. Bortles now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they're able to get to him on it.
Now Bortles. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back. Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? This is Langford on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off. Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Here we go. Green, 39.
After the penalty, it's Langford. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. 319.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Now he'll escape to his right. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Let's go. Green, watching now, Artie. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run inside the 40. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. They keep it on the ground with Langford. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Langford again, busy man this afternoon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Ravens on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go now.
Garoppolo. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he's got room. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Fournette. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock.
Here we go now. 390.
Now Fournette. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. In motion right is Robinson. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, Ivory. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And they will take a knee here. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll run with Ivory. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Bortles with a knee to the ground, and that should do it. Well, Charles, coaches always talk after losses about putting that behind you and moving on. But in a case like this, when you could have won it with a chip shot field goal and you miss it, that is going to sting for a little while, isn't it?
Some are tougher to put behind you than others, right? We always talk about compartmentalizing. What is the rule? Coaches always talk about 24-hour rule after a game, and then you move on. That's tough because that was a very makeable field goal. In fact, I think you and I were both just shocked that he did knock it through the post, and they end up walking off the field losers.
So for the Jaguars, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say cheerio from London.